That was my original point that everyone
Wait,
got so
hold
upset
up.
about.
Your original
Number
point
two,
was that he fell off a
Molly.
cliff and then he went to 3 straight
Molly,
Super
I
Bowls.
said he could go to the Super Bowl. That
And
doesn't
won
mean
2.
I pointed to Peyton Manning
3
as an
straight.
Molly,
After
am
your
I debating
cliff.
you right now?
Warning: Dave's content is not for the weak. Viewer discretion is advised.
The most important thing for them was to send a message to players
my
going
God.
forward. You can't sit out. You can't
Max,
get around our system.
How do you know it's that deep? Maybe they just didn't like the offer.
You can't get around. Oh, that's your opinion. This one is mine. You can't get around our system. They had defensive potential, but there also may be some defensive drawbacks.
Aiden can rebound, Max.
Yeah, of course, but that's not rebounding is not only a defensive stat,
That's not defense.
nor in the modern game is it necessarily the most important one for a big.
So Molly Qerim has been a polarizing figure since joining ESPN First Take as a moderator. Many viewers, including her own mom, apparently finds her annoying and believe she's interrupting too much. She's like that one friend in your group who always has something to say, and you can't help but wonder, is that really necessary? Like, why are you talking right now? Why are you putting filth in my ear holes? When it comes to Molly, my question to her is, why do you have to always have an opinion when you're a moderator? So why do people find her annoying? Well, the big gripe that most people have is that she can't seem to resist cutting into Stephen A. and other host debates.
And let me teach you something, Dan. Let me teach you something about Molly Qerim. I know how to remix outfits, okay? So this is going to get worn many times. Last time I did it with white. Today I did it with the black.
I don't know if
it's
it's
way
less
expensive when you wear it multiple times.
Don't have any problem with that. Here's what I have a problem with.
She's like a kid who can't wait for their turn to speak in class. And to make matters worse, her opinions often seems, well, kind of basic or way off the mark compared to Stephen A. and others.
They had defensive potential, but there also may be some defensive drawbacks.
Aiden can rebound, Max.
Yeah, of course, but that's not rebounding is not only a defensive stat,
defense.
nor in the modern game is it necessarily the most important one for a big.
In fact, recently even her own mom chimed in and told her that you're interrupting Stephen A. too much. So recently, Stephen A. was in the middle of one of his rants and was about to reveal one of his punchlines. And Molly got a text from her mom on air telling her she's interrupting Stephen A. too much.
By the way, I got a text from my mom. It says, it seems you're interrupting SAS a bit much. 2 heart emojis. Sandra Qerim. Whose side are we on? And then she tried to be nice with the 2 heart emojis.
Molly,
and now I'm interrupting you again.
So even her mom noticed she's being a bad moderator. And this neatly captures the main beef viewers have with Molly. She got this habit of butting in just when Stephen A. or any other guest is about to make their solid point. Now Molly might think she's just joining the party, but the audience sees it as her stepping all over the exchanges between Stephen A. and the guests.
What Molly is saying or what Molly is asking. Because Molly is asking about Draymond Green, who had 20, 12, and 9. Molly is asking about a guy who can put up a triple-double. Molly is asking about a guy that repeatedly produces time and time again when all his weapons are there.
I was with you, and we felt like he's cost them games before. That's why.
Let me tell you, I'll answer the question, Molly. Draymond Green is when we were arguing yesterday, sort of, who's the alpha?
There's a time to moderate, and there's a time to shut the fuck up. But she's like a broken record, not knowing when to talk and when to be quiet. By the way, before I go deep into this, I know there's some of you guys that's going to say, oh, Dave, you're just saying that because you hate women. Look, there's a bunch of female moderators I like. I like Doris Burke, Lisa Salters, Joy Taylor. I'll even tolerate Rachel Nichols. But Molly, my brain just puked every time she opens her mouth.
That was my original point that everyone
got
so
upset
about.
Wait, hold up. Your original point was that he fell off a cliff and then he went to 3 straight Super Bowls.
I said he could go to the Super Bowl. That doesn't mean I pointed to Peyton Manning
3 straight.
Molly, am I debating you right now?
Now let's rewind a bit to 2019 when Molly found herself in the eye of a storm after interviewing the outspoken LeVar Ball, the ultimate sports dad. It all went down after Ball gave one of his classic long-winded answers and Molly felt the urge to switch topics. Ball, with a hint of sarcasm, replied, "You can switch gears with me anytime."
LeVar, can I switch gears with you because I have a question here?
You can switch gears with me anytime.
Let's stay focused here.
All right. What happened next was like a comedy of errors. Molly immediately took offense, thinking Ball unleashed some sort of a sexual innuendo. But for most viewers, it was just a playful banter. In the end, ESPN banned LeVar Ball from the network, and it seems like Molly overreacted and painted Ball as some sort of predator when he was just basically pulling her leg. This whole spectacle turned into a social media frenzy, with critiques accusing Molly of playing victim and making herself the center of attention. Some even argued that it was just a desperate attempt to drum up drama out of thin air. When ESPN dropped the ban hammer on Ball, they stated his comment was completely inappropriate. But when reports caught up with Ball, he brushed it off, saying he meant no harm and basically laughed off Molly for taking offense.
Banned from all their platforms?
I'm gonna be banned and I don't work for them. I gotta be banned from ESPN, I got my own show.
Was your comment, what was your comment, I mean, when they could switch gears at any time? I mean, us, we didn't see it.
I don't even have to respond to that on the fact that I meant no sexual intent or nothing on the fact that switch gears mean change topics to me.
Right.
Her mind in the gutter if she thinking something else. Only time I hit on her, if she breaking in my house and I mistake her for the boogeyman.
In fact, LeVar Ball's words and body language seemed to suggest he didn't mean it in that way it was taken. It was as if he was just echoing what Molly had said earlier. But the pause in Molly's response made it all awkward, and no one was thinking about it the way she did. It almost felt like she got some unexpected instructions in her ear to create a fuss. Some folks argued that this whole situation was blown out of proportion. They thought that if Molly had simply asked, "Can I switch topic?" and Ball responded, "You can switch topics with me anytime." It seemed like he was just saying, "It's your show, do you?" But the phrasing turned it all into a big drama. In the end, many believe that Ball did nothing wrong and that Molly's interpretation was a bit of a stretch. He pretty much echoed her words right back at her. When this happened, it irritated the fuck out of me. First off, LeVar Ball is a man. Why would you try to rearrange his words and make him out to be a predator on live television? Why would you create a false narrative by victimizing yourself? These are the type of bitches. Oh, sorry. These are the type of women that'll scream rape when you say hi to them. Anyways, let me show you how hypocritical Molly is. In another incident, former NFL player Terrell Davis asked Molly to bend over on live TV, and she laughed it off. So clearly asking her to bend over in front of millions of people is appropriate in Molly's eyes, but LeVar's shameless comment was somehow inappropriate? I guess LeVar should have asked her to bend over. She probably would have been okay with that. The double standard is glaring.
Number one, talking about that, and we have some guys here, but let's talk first about the challenges of playing in some of these different offenses. We got the read option, you got the zone, you got the man scheme. Let's go with the read option. I know you don't play in the read option offense, but it's something that we're talking about. Shady McCoy, he came from the read option. He's now playing that sort of ground and pound system. You guys
you tell me who wants to buy. Molly's got the shoes on for it.
Tennis shoes for you.
I watch you just turn around. Okay, you be the center, Molly. Molly, you the center. You be the center right there. You the center.
Awesome.
Come on, Drew.
Awesome.
What am I doing? You can just be the guard. Be the guard right there. So,
be the quarterback.
Be the
quarterback then.
So I guess with the read,
I'm offset about 5 yards deep.
You kind of deep for the read.
Okay, now you can center up here. My bad.
So the challenges in doing the read option is deep. And the thing I like about it is that you're 7 yards deep and you have vision not only play side, but backside. You can see the entire field, so that's what I like about it. You guys can actually be the linemen. And what I want you guys to do is not go up the field. I want you to sort of take a step toward the sideline. Like this. That's what I want you to do when the ball snap. Come on, Molly. You want to hike it?
Which still? Yeah. Get out of here. No? How about a little handle? In my Liger dress? Get out of here.
How about shotgun there? Can you do shotgun?
How about that? Let's keep it classy.
You can go.
You got the names right. He's going.
In another clip, you can see that she randomly chimes in. "I play tennis. I wear a skirt." And then you see Marcus Johnson leaning back in his chair. He's had enough of her random outbursts.
Look, Nadal wore a watch and won the U.S. Open. But that's not a full contact sport. It's not against the rules. And
that's tennis.
And it's a one-on-one sport. That's the point.
Oh my God, I play tennis. I wore a skirt.
Can I make my point?
Yes, sorry. I couldn't control myself.
So
it's almost like she can't resist stealing the spotlight, even if it means derailing the host's flow. She's like that one aunt at Thanksgiving who insists on telling her life story when you're trying to talk football with your uncle. Like, Molly, would you shut the fuck up? Like, I'm not watching ESPN to listen to you.
Most most important thing for them was to send a message to players going forward. You can't sit out. You can't get around our system.
How do you know it's that deep? Maybe they just didn't like the offer.
You can't get around. Oh, that's your opinion. This one is mine. You can't get around our system.
It's like she doesn't want to stick to her timekeeping and moderating. She wants to show us she can do more. Like, we do not care, Molly. We don't. While she might believe she's sprinkling some of her own spice into the mix, many viewers see it as meddling, tampering with the very soul of what makes First Take so enticing. Molly Qerim's interruptions are like thorn in the side of the show's audience. Whether it's her earnest desire to get in on the action or just a habit she can't shake, one thing is certain, she became one of the show's most polarizing figures. It's like a comedy sketch gone wrong, and it's starting to feel more like a tragedy for fans who simply just want to relish the essence of First Take without those constant interruptions. Maybe Molly and the producers need to take a long hard look in the mirror and ask themselves, are my random outbursts and interruptions truly enhancing the viewer's experience? Because based on all the grumbling from fans, the answers seem pretty clear. The shtick is getting old, and it's time for a new act. So Molly, if you're seeing this video, shut your ass up and let the men talk. If you like that video, I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so like, share, and subscribe and get me there. Thank you.